It has, oh my gosh, guys. Woo! It has been quite some time. Quite some time since I've been on here. But guys, hey, look, here's a 411. This is what's been going on. I've been tutoring my sister, you know, helping her out. I gotta make sure she's taken care of before I get back to my business, because for me, my family definitely comes first, and you guys are like my second family. So it's been kind of difficult to balance the two as of late. But my schedule for streaming, of course, welcome guys, once again, SIN TV, and I am your host, Quita, aka Malaysian Quita. We'll get into our featured game today, as well as find out a little bit later what people have been saying in regards to Black Desert. We also have an interesting update talking about Blade and Soul, as well as talking about Skyforge. I want to give my 2 cents on the update and all that good stuff. But guys, I have to tell you, it's just been quite a journey for me this week. I have been extremely tired. I have been trying to juggle all this stuff and balance everything. I've pretty much been off of working this entire week, so you know, it felt like a little mini vacation, and I need it, because sometimes my job can be quite stressful, as many of you can relate to. But let's get back to my streaming schedule. What I decided to do is, the best way, guys, to know when I'm going to be on is make sure when you do a follow, you know, if you decide to do that, you want to make sure that you there's going to be a little tab that'll say notify when the broadcaster is online. You want to make sure you do that, because it's kind of hard for me to do a set schedule now. Just because of being a grad student, my schedule is all over the place. But I will probably be streaming more in the evenings, but sometimes you can catch me in the day too. If I'm not doing anything, I usually jump on and see how you guys are doing and all that good stuff. And before we get to business here too, I gotta make sure that I put my my notifications up here, because gotta make sure. So let me make sure I hear that beautiful sound, of course. But guys, I gotta give, well, sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. I've been kind of a little ill, so you know how that goes. So my streaming schedule is gonna be Monday through Thursdays. I'm taking the weekends off because, you know, I was streaming like 7 days a week, and I wasn't taking care of other parts of myself, like my health. And sometimes you just need a break, because all this controller mashing and keyboard mashing, it takes a lot out of you, you know. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, Monday through Thursday I'll be, you know, streaming. And then you can also follow me on my Twitter, which you see above me, which is at SIN TV now, so that way you can keep up with all my crazy shenanigans. And also, guys, too, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better in regards to my allergies are not flaring up like they usually do, because you guys found out I have a horrendous makeup allergy. But guys, I also found out that bananas irritate my throat. I can't eat them. I can't eat apples. I have to try grapes and strawberries and stuff to see if I'm okay with that. I can't have peanut, you know, or coconut products. Anything with nuts now, it's like I gotta stay away from it. You know, I've had to go a little gluten-free, so it's just been a really crappy time for me. But shout outs definitely are in store to BH Cosmetics, because I have been so happy, guys. BH has paraben-free and also vegan and gluten-free products, so you gotta make sure you read the labels to, you know, figure out, of course, what works for you. But oh my gosh, my face, I just love the makeup I have on today. I just feel like I never thought I could wear anything again. And I won't lie, makeup is a part of who I am. I love it. I love the glam it gives me, you know. And us big girls too, we gotta feel a little bit of glam once in a while, a little bit, you know, eleganza, a little bit of that. Nothing wrong with that. But I gotta give a special shout out to a new channel that I love on YouTube. It is called the Kiki Queens, and I love all these girls. They're absolutely darling and amazing, so please make sure, just type in Kiki Queens and you'll find them. It's a really cool drag queen channel that features a bio queen, which Bio Queens rarely get any respect, so that's really cool that they included her. I love all the ladies on this channel. They're wonderful, very intellectual, so I will have the link below so you can check them out. Also, once again, as a disclaimer, guys, the stuff I talk about on this show is of my own opinion, and I will also have the links below so you can check out all the crazy stories. I got some juicy stories, guys, to talk to you about today. Also, find out later what is the most expensive currency in Africa. It's crazy. Like, I can't wait to share that with you as well. But yeah, guys, that's what's been going on with me. I mean, I've just been, you know, trying to get my schedule, trying to get myself together here, and that's all that I've really been doing. Also, too, guys, let's get down to business here. Today's feature game is Path of Exile. Everyone keeps saying, oh, you know, it's similar to Diablo 3. I wouldn't say so. I would say it's more similar to the difficulty of Diablo 2. And the question of the day is this: is Path of Exile better than Diablo 3? Because, man, gamers have been going back and forth with this for quite some time. So let's get into some Path of Exile. I've been waiting to play this game for you guys. I am excited, let me tell you. All right, let's do this. Okay, so Path of Exile, to be honest with you, it was difficult at first. Like, you gotta really gear up in this game, and you gotta really understand. I'm still learning. The waypoints are not working for me. I'm still kind of getting around. Very dark story, so let's get into some more details about the game here. Path of Exile is an online action role-playing game, of course, developed and published by Grinding Gear Games. It is a free-to-play title supported by microtransactions. That's interesting. An open beta was released in the 23rd of January of 2013, and the game was officially released on the 23rd of October in 2013. And then, in regards to the gameplay, the player controls a single character from an overhead perspective, more of that isometric type of perspective like you would see in any kind of action RPG style MMO. And pretty much you explore different outdoor, you know, areas and underground caves and dungeons, battling monsters, fulfilling quests for NPCs. And here's the interesting thing too, they added to the patch, the update, and this is called Ascendancy. And guys, the thing that everybody's been talking about is that with Ascendancy, there's all these new traps, and it makes the game like hell. Like, pretty much. It makes it even more difficult. And here's the funny thing, guys. People are like, oh, Path of Exile is easy. No, it's not. I died in the beginning of the game. Like, that's how crazy this game is. Like, what? It's insane, okay? So what you can do too is you can initially choose from 6 available classes. So you can play, what I'm playing is a duelist because I like that close range combat. There's a Marauder, there is a Ranger, Shadow, Templar, and Witch. Each of these classes are aligned with 1 or 2 or 3 core attributes, such as like your strength, your dexterity, or intelligence. And then the final class, which is the Scion class, can be unlocked by freeing her near the end of Act 3. Pardon me here. My throat gets easily dry. It's horrible. On normal difficulty, and is aligned with all 3 tributes. The other thing everyone talks about in regards to this game is the skill tree. Guys, this skill tree, which I will show you later, is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how many different builds you can go. It's insane how you can customize your character. So to me, I feel like if you want an even tougher version or similar to Diablo, you know, 2, Path of Exile is right up your alley. And I like the voiceovers too. So let's get into it, my friends. You'll hear a little bit more in regards to what people think about the game and reviews and all that good stuff. So let's waste no time here, guys. Let's play some Path of Exile. I swear, this is gonna be absolutely awesome. Alright, so I'm so used to WASD, but let's just go over the controls for people who are not familiar with this game. So
I was never there.
alright, Bessel, whatever. So you you hold and click with the right mouse. So this is very similar. If you play Diablo, you'll know that right away. Go in a circle, and then you attack later with right click. And then you can also, when you get in attack mode here, it's right and left click, and you can actually change these. You can customize these. But your skills, of course, are disabled when you're in town. So let's get out of town, because this is a lot of loot building, a lot of that. It's very interesting. The other thing that's interesting about Path of Exile, besides the skill tree, and you can customize your character whatever way you want. That's the thing I love, is these flasks that you get. You get more as you go further along in the game. But these are not like in Diablo where you fulfill the potion and that's it, or it refills, after a time duration. You actually have to kill enemies to fill up your life flask, and your mana flask also recovers in a similar way. So it refills as you kill monsters, which makes it a lot more challenging, because if you have a lot of monsters just reaming you up the butt, man, and they're just coming at you, just whop, 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 it's insane, and you die. So you'll see how many times I die in this game, guys. Like, it's gonna be insane here. Alright, so let's go to the coast, and you gotta get your 1, 2, 3 ready here. I'm telling you, so many people playing this game, so sometimes the loading times can be a little bit absurd. So I just keep my hands on 1 and 2 and 5 for my MP, but now my character is able to regenerate. You also get this grace period for a couple seconds where you can't be damaged. So let's find our way around. You can use waypoints, but I just want to show you guys like how easy it is to die in this game. Rule of thumb with this game is you don't want to get cornered by multiple enemies, so you want to space out your attacks with your enemies here. And if you can, as quick as you can, you want to make sure also to do regeneration. You want to have regenerative characteristics. If you want more of a challenge, then I would say go the other way but you still gotta keep your defenses up in this game, to be honest. Like, if you don't keep your defenses up, you're screwed in this game. Like, you will die right away. I mean, I couldn't believe I died in the beginning of this game. Like, you have to have some skill when playing this game. Do you see how fast I'm dying, guys? Do you see how fast I am dying? Like, it's insane. Like, you gotta be on point with this game. And you have to stay away from fires too. You gotta be careful with that. Okay, so we got a buckler. Also, your inventory is going to, pardon me here, inventory is gonna be I, and you don't really have as much inventory space as I thought. Just like in Diablo, you will have these stones that you can actually, here's the difference though, like in Diablo, it's like embedded, so you have to go to, let's say, the jeweler, for example, to get those taken off. But here you can move them, which is kind of flexible, and that's the thing I like about Path of Exile a little bit more over Diablo, is just due to that. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's keep moving. And do you see what I mean here, guys? You gotta watch it. And you can die, like I said, really quick in this game. And when you die, let me tell you, you gotta go back to your, you have to go back to the beginning of, yeah, it sucks. So any regenerative purposes, yeah. And I noticed, and I'm just at the beginning of the game, you do level up a lot faster. Of course, in the beginning to get you, but once you get to a different point here, then you, alright, so I got that crazy lady out. Let's get rid of these infested crabs, because infested crabs suck. Alright, and you gotta be careful of these archers here, like, and fire, you gotta be careful of as well in this game. These traps are insane, guys, like, no lie. So this is a Gotai buckler. Yeah, see, I'm already full. So you have to be kind of careful, because like in Diablo 2, it's very easy to loot grab, but see, this game makes you allocate your items. Like, you have to allocate your items, most definitely. Alright, so we got some more crabs. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, guys, I've just been, you know, chilling really. I've really kind of kept a low profile these last couple of days, you know, just relaxing. It's like, yeah, I haven't streamed in quite some time, but it's like, you know, I'm juggling so many things. It's like, you know, I'm helping my sister out, I'm taking care of, you know, stuff, I'm working. You know, I really wish I could be like some people, which is a blessing, you know, they get to do this as, you know, in a way it's part of their income, which is kind of cool. But for me, you know, I just enjoy gaming, period. Like I've always been a fan of, you know, different worlds and, you know, and different experiences with your game. Like, and I love games that make you feel a certain type of immersion. So for example, like, we'll get back to Dragon Age. I love that. Like I feel like I can relate to Morgan, you know, and stuff like that. And I am gonna get Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, because I just hate when people say a game sucks, and it's just like, don't just say a game sucks because other people say it sucks. You gotta make your own decisions too. You know, you don't want to fall into the groupthink, because that can be really annoying, is when people fall into groupthink. You know, and it's like, don't do that. Make your own decisions, like, you know. And there are a lot of games that my friends don't like, but I like them because it's something that I enjoy. Just like how sometimes people piss and moan in here and they complain and they're like, why are you not playing popular games? Like, why are you not playing the games that like everybody else is playing? And I'm just like, you know what? I don't have to play the games that everybody else is playing. Like, I play what I enjoy. And that's why I appreciate you guys have gotten me over 100 freaks, man. 100 intellectual freaks. Thank you. You know, I really am grateful for that, because what it says to me is that there are people out there that like me for me, and I don't have to compromise myself or be something that I'm not. And that's the bottom line, like I always tell people. And see, what's really cool is everything has voiceover, which is so refreshing. Like, I love it.
Tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one.
Been drinking a lot more water too,
gemlings met us with
which is
shining
fantastic.
metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride. Khan's axes silenced their despair.
Yeah, I really like the voiceovers in this game too. Like, every voice sounds very like unique. You know, I enjoy it. It's fantastic.
On his belt.
Alright, let's keep going our way here. Okay, I gotta remember the controls here. Okay, so world screen is you. Okay, so a little bit different. In some games you hit M for map, but to get your overlay map is actually with tab. So you just kind of learn your, you know, that kind of helps you where you can still see the game and you're still kind of finding your way around. Oh, that's nice. Rusted hatchet. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay. Alright, so we have Scroll of Wisdom's really interesting because it allows you, if you get an item that's not identifiable. Right now I have a two-handed weapon. I will have to get another stone in here. See how that goes. Alright, let's hit tab, see where I'm going here. And you have optional quests too, which is always refreshing. Okay, so I walked around in a complete circle here like an idiot. Like I always do, right? And the only thing I like though about Path of Exile 2 is when you die, even though there are horrible consequences later on as you level up, but the cool thing though is that you don't have to go through the same round of doggone enemies, because that's just a pain in the butt, you know? Like, who wants to go through that twice and get slashed like that? Like, yeah, it's like super annoying. Okay, so I did play a little bit earlier in the week, just because I like to kind of at least learn the controls a little bit, unless I'm doing like a first impression. Also later, guys, you're gonna find out a little bit more in regards to Asta, because Asta didn't do as well as I thought it was going to. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of games like Orangiri and stuff like that, so I'm always a sucker for a good Asian MMO game, and I just think Asta is something you have to kind of grow into. I haven't checked out the guild that invited me yet. That's disgusting. Ugh. It's like, I'm done. But yeah, I haven't checked out like the guild that I joined in Asta, so I have to check them out definitely. But so far, I'm really liking this gameplay. I mean, it has a very similar feel to, you know, to Diablo 2. I mean, I can see where people are comparing it to Diablo 3, but I think a lot of times people just like to compare new games to new games, you know, and it can be a little bit annoying though sometimes, not gonna lie. It's like you gotta give the game a chance, you know? You can't marginalize it. Where the heck? If I am going to the same place again, I'm gonna die laughing. Alright, let's see here. I will laugh, because it's really easy to go in a circle on this map. I guarantee you. Is this... Nope, nope. Yep, it's the same... I went to the same place twice, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I hate doing that. Hey, we got a friend in here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, I got so excited. Season 8-2 of RuPaul's Drag Race has started, and I'm really rooting for my Chicago queens, man. You know, and I also, you know, Kimchi and Nanesha, or not Nasha something, I forgot now. But yeah, I love Chicago queens, and also cheering for Acid Betty. Looks really cool. Been doing it forever. And very unique too. I also am cheering for Bob the Drag Queen. Bob the Drag Queen bringing some very, you know, very interesting social activism and just awesome, honest, you know, social commentary. And I have to see, because everyone was talking about his piece that he does with the Britney Spears song, was it like I'm a slave for you or whatever. So I'll have to check that out as well. But yeah, I always appreciate queens that also, you know, talk about important social issues as well. Because, I mean, you know, it's one thing to look pretty, but you gotta have personality as well. And I think that's what gravitates people, you know, because everybody likes different types of queens. So, I mean, for me, I've always liked queens that are intellectual. So let me see here. See, this is a weird thing. I'm still trying to learn this. I don't know. I can't move to these different waypoints. It's very frustrating. So it's kind of like I'm walking around with my head cut off, you know? Still learning my way. Okay, so this is where I died the last time. Watch, I'll die. Watch, like right now. No, actually I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. There we go. Come on. Wow. I actually impressed myself that I did pretty good. Whoa. Was not expecting that. Well. Well, I got some...
I believe in traveling light.
Alright. Well, time to let some of this crap go. Okay, so I don't want this shield. Let's see. Iron hat. Let me see here. Armor 8. Okay, so the leather cap, the iron hat doesn't have enough armor, so put that back. Let's get those iron gauntlets. Let's see, so iron gauntlets 6. Superior iron gauntlets. Okay, so that was not useful. And a bow, I don't really need that, so I'll probably sell it later. Honestly, I don't need it. But okay, let's keep going here, guys. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I was surprised I did not think I was gonna make it, to be honest. Okay, so let's go back to the mud flats. That's where I was the last time when I was playing. So let's check out these mud flats. Oh, got a lot of enemies here. But like I said, key to the path of Exile, you want to keep your enemy circles small if you can. Because if not, they will take you out real quick. You can die very quick in this game, my friends. Very easy to die. But this attack that I've been using here has been really helpful. And I feel like, yeah, I'll probably level up soon. Of course, my level up bar is here. I'm level 5 right now, so I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. So I have Molten Strike. So that gives me like 8 to 7 fire damage, 5 to 12 in regards to physical. And Double Strike is good because you get that 2 close range fast attack too. And then every time you level up too, of course, like in any MMO, you do get skill points, which is always helpful. Alright. And so many quests in this game. So you got a Vine Circlet. Let's see what that's about. Energy shield by 7. Really? Let's see. Still not good as my leather cap. Alright. Woo, these Dripping Dead came out of nowhere. Was not expecting that. You always gotta keep your eyes open in this game, guys. I do like the game graphically. It has such just... I mean, look how beautiful the environments are. You know, it takes my breath away, to be honest. Alright, so... Also, it is Women's Heritage Month. You know, besides, or Women's History Month, besides it being Irish American Heritage Month. Guys, Irish American Heritage, I've always been a huge fan of Irish culture too. Guys, update. So I finally, me and my friend, we got tickets to go to Riverdance. I am so excited. I love Riverdance. I've been listening to the soundtrack, clogging away in my mind for like days. I can't wait. Okay, I think, yeah, this is where I died the last time. I remember this. This is where I had a hard time. And now with this attack, yeah. Come on. Let's go. Let's see. Come on. See, like I said, you can die really flipping fast in this game. Heck yes. Slay. Oh, we got some good irons here. So we got... or irons. Good weapons here. So, Corroded Blade. Let's see what I got on. Okay. So that's the same thing as before. Shabby Jerkin. Okay, evasion rating is 21. Okay. Still not good. Simple roll. Okay, you need 70 intelligence. Alright, Stone Axe. Gives me better damage, but the accuracy is not good. See, you gotta pay attention to the stats, you know, the stats here. I'll probably pass out on all this. It was a nice chest though, I will say that. Alright, let me see where I'm going here. Okay, so this is the Fed pool. Yeah, and I have to go there. So this is an optional quest, so let's go there. Alright, let's see where I'm going. See, make sure... Oh, there's some enemies here. I was expecting the enemies to be a little bit more tougher in here. Just because, just like in Diablo 3, it's like when you hit a new area, if you're not of that level, you're kind of screwed. Kind of ridiculous. Alright, just like to check in chat so I'm not like ignoring someone, because sometimes you guys get pissed. You're like, why are you not saying anything to me? And it's like, I'm sorry. I'm like playing the game and focusing too, and I'm trying to make sure I give all the proper attention to everybody, of course. Alright, let's go here. And see, sometimes I like to just have a double-handed weapon, because I hope they have some in this game, because that'll make my attack time increase, my accuracy. Yes! So we are level 6 now, my friends. Man, they keep on coming. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Get 1 passive skill point. Okay, so here is the skill tree. Look how ridiculous this is, guys. Do you see this? Like, this is not even... I mean, look at this. You have hundreds of thousands of options. Like, I just started. Like, this is insane. So let's zoom in, and you can see what I got here. So my intelligence, my strength, and then of course dexterity. So I've been focusing a lot on physical damage, balancing it out. So okay, so I could go evasion, or I could continue going to melee damage. Okay, 10%. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 10% or 12% more physical damage and see what happens. So this is gonna be cool. But it is Women's History Month, so throughout this month, besides me talking about my favorite Irish American people, I'm also gonna be talking about women who are some of my role models, and just women that I think don't always get talked about, or completely not taken seriously, or under the radar. So who I want to talk about here briefly is Taylor Chang Babian. And she is the author of such books like Style Eyes, Beauty Rewind, and of course one of my favorite beauty books that inspires me because of my eye shape as well is Asian Faces. One of the very few beauty books out there that is specifically geared to Asian women. And here's the thing, Asian women, just like women of color or women of any culture, we all have different, you know, beauty needs, different eye shapes and everything. I think a lot of times Asian women are stereotyped as having just a monolid, but Asian women can have natural hooded lids and different eye shapes. So Taylor Chang, I admire you. You are such an inspiration to me. Her book Beauty Rewind is great too, because it talks about beauty at any age, which I think is really important. So let me just tell you a little bit briefly about her. I grew up in Los Angeles. This is coming from Amazon, and the previous stuff I talked about for Path of Exile is from Wikipedia. I grew up in Los Angeles, surrounded by beauty and the entertainment industry. Sadly, I was not a classically pretty girl and was told often that I was overweight and needed facial plastic surgery from family members and their friends as early as the age of 7. I was given perms and crazy asymmetrical haircuts and many failed attempts to make me beautiful. Finally, in the middle of high school, my plastic surgery appointment was booked. Of course, I refused and instead decided that I needed to take the way I looked into my own hands. I experimented with makeup and made tons of embarrassing mistakes. Tell me, girl, I've made tons of horrible makeup mistakes. Horrible. Ones that would make you think I looked like a pit bull. A not so fond memory was a smoky eye look that was confused for a black eye by a concerned schoolmate. His concern was replaced with laughter when he realized that both eyes were symmetrical. Horrifying. I finally got it when I stopped trying to create something that wasn't there and instead began to work on my natural features. And I think this is wonderful, guys. I believe the way you look should represent who you are as a person and not how you want to be perceived. I write books to empower women by teaching them to create whatever look that is. I share amazing tricks and tips that I've learned over my 20 years. She doesn't even look like it, guys. Gorgeous. In beauty, fashion, and entertainment business, where I've worked with thousands of women in various fields, from celebrities, fashion designers, high-powered executives, scientists, athletes, and musicians. Ultimately, my goal is to help women everywhere find their own beauty, and I think that is a commendable thing. So thank you to Taylor Chang Babian for being wonderful and not only uplifting Asian women but women of color overall. I think it's so important for all of us to understand, you know, our beauty needs and work together as a beauty community, as well as the same thing in the gamer community as well. You know, I want some of you guys out there, you know, men especially, to understand that women go through a lot of changes to look the way that we look. And for some of us, we go to the extent of getting plastic surgery, not for ourselves, not because it's something that makes us happy, but for some of us, we go through plastic surgery just for you guys, because you want us to look a certain way, or you want us to be a certain way, you know, and that's not always fair. So I appreciate that Taylor, you know, is created these books. I do have Asian faces, so I'll probably do a review about it separately in the future. It's a really good book. I've gotten a lot of color, different color combinations, understanding my eye shape, because I do have a very kind of hooded lid. So I used to think I was not beautiful either, you know, because I didn't think that, you know, I looked the part like how other girls, you know, would look like. So yeah, she's a huge inspiration to me, one of my favorite makeup artists, and I would be so honored to do, you know, to have her do my makeup. So we have another new enemy in here, which is a bone roa. That's interesting. Alright, so let's keep rocking and rolling here. We'll have some more interesting news coming up here. But guys, I just had to share that with you, just because I always admired, you know, women that go above and beyond the stereotypes of what people expect them to be, because I know I dealt with that in my life, so for sure. Okay, so I have to kill all the monsters in this area, and I am not seeing them. Like, I really am not seeing them like I should. Huh. And that's the thing about Path of Exile too, guys. You gotta check every nook and cranny. Let's see what's in this chest. Chain boots.
I believe in traveling light.
Alright, let me check here. Do I even have? Let's see. I have iron greaves for boots. Armor 9, shield 3, requires level 5. Wait, is that armor? Oh, armor 9. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this stone, put that here. I'll probably put this out because I don't need it. Alright, so let me get these chain boots, because I know that'll add to my armory here. Alright, let me see, can I take this out? Yeah, so you right click to take out the actual jewel, and then you can put that in, which is good, because that'll help to enhance what I need here. So armor greaves, we shall sell you later. Alright, don't want to waste that. Mana is very important in this game. Alright, there we go. So I have to kill the necromancer and his minions, and as you can see, I am dying up in here. Yep, going to die very soon. Oh, I was getting close though. Alright, there we go. Alright, killing his minions. Come on, necromancer, let's go.
My spirit is spent.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so let me get that. Sometimes you gotta back away a little bit, cause... Alright, come on. Yes! Yes! Like a boss.
I believe in traveling light.
Like a boss. I slayed. Alright, so we have a Darkwood Scepter. Oh, we have a Copper Sword. Nope, this sword has more attack power. You have a superior padded vest. Alright, let's see. Armor 15. Oh, evasion quality 5. Okay, so this is what we'll do. I will move. Okay, I don't really need this shield. Let me put this here. Come on. Alright, let me see. I don't really need this sword. Alright, let's get this superior padded vest in there. Right click this. Put that bad boy in. And we shall see. Because this helps to, yeah, quality. And it raises my evasion. So, okay. That is good. Good. See, a lot of strategy in this game, guys. A lot of strategy. Alright. So let's keep, Alright. Oh, I have a level up here. Oh, okay, so my gem leveled up. Okay, so I gotta wipe out the remaining monsters in this area, and there should be a couple more, hopefully. Alright, so let's come over here. Every nook and cranny you gotta check in this game. Every nook. Because you can miss out on some good stuff too if you don't check every nook and cranny here. Okay, so nothing over here. I didn't think I had a chance with that battle, to be honest. I really didn't think I had a chance. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a whole slew of them here. Yeah, the game has gotten tougher with this Ascendancy upgrade, though, for sure. This Ascendancy like patch, man, the game got a lot tougher. That's what a lot of people are saying, but I can see that now actually playing it. And all you do is you go to the, I'll have the link for the Path of Exile website, and then you just download the client, and that's all you do, and you're ready to play. And this is why I usually play a lot of free-to-play games, though, guys. It's just because, like, okay, I've been playing Black Desert, okay? Black Desert Online, the game that everybody and their mom hyped up, right? And while I've been playing it for the last couple of days, it's alright. I mean, it's a very hardcore, I'm not gonna sit here and lie, very hardcore MMO, RPG type of game. But do I think it's worth $29.99 or $50? I mean, I would have to play a little bit more, but just initially, I wouldn't say so. I mean, to me, it just feels like any other MMO that's out there to me. I mean, the only difference is graphically. Yeah, I mean, Black Desert, probably one of the best graphically games that I have played in quite some time. But if you are doing it from low settings, it just looks like a, kind of muddy, So that's the type of game I do recommend. You will have to upgrade your graphics card. I was surprised my graphics card worked. I have a graphics card that's about 3, probably 4 years old now. So I'm working on upgrading mine, that is for sure. Let me see what's going on here, because I see an asterisk and it's calling to me. Oh, come, my friends, let me slay you. You are being slayed. Slayed! No, it's horrible. Come here. Alright, let's see here. Got this weird lore master.
And thus, my prayers are answered. None too
see
soon.
What's going on. And the voiceovers, guys, if you can hear them, they're great. But see, the problem with this game, just like with some of my other games, when you're running it through OBS, the sound is it's super loud. So I didn't want it to overpower my commentary.
Glory to the pure and mercy to the fallen.
Yeah, but and then the thing I like too is the text is always good. So, oh, this looks like a optional quest here. All right, let's get these. Let's get them. Alright, so we got corrupted swarmers. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Man, these things are everywhere. Look at this. Do I have to destroy this relic? Like, what's going on here? Oh, this relic has, let's see here. Ooh, this thing is intense. Okay, so, oh, I have to defend the relic. Oh, I see. Okay, so I have to, yeah, I didn't get it. That's okay. That is fine. Because there's just way too many. You see, and I died. Did you see that, guys? Well, I needed to die anyway, so forget it. Alright, so let's resurrect in town. I gotta learn how to use waypoints, because it's just a pain to have to travel through And just like in Diablo 3, you have your little stash. So I'll put all this stuff that I don't need over here. Come on. There we go. Shabby jerkin. It's like, come on, really? Alright, I'll probably sell these later when I get back. Rusty hatchet. Okay. And see, Diablo 3, like, I'm having more fun with this game. I hate to say it. I just think it's because I've been playing with people that are just like, it makes me not like the game, unfortunately. And I used to be a huge fan of Diablo. Like, I bought it because my friend recommended it. He was like, dude, you gotta play it. And I'm like, really? I was like, cool, let me check it out. And then I started playing, and then people started like kicking me out of games and just stuff like that. It was a major turn off for me. So, okay, I'll keep that one there. Okay. So I think we're good. So now we gotta go back and talk to Mr. Tarkley.
A necromancer? We've got enough undead wandering around without someone raising more for us to deal with. Well, good to see you don't mind getting your hands filthy. Here, have this. To mark a dirty job well done.
Alright, so we got the Book of Regrets. So you right click to get 2 passive respect points.
I've travelled inland, on the Emperor's Road by the Prisoner's Gate.
Okay.
Skirt around Axiom Prison.
So we gotta find Emperor's Road. Alright, and then we got some more people to talk to here. Okay, and we can sell items to him, so excellent. Okay, so let's look overall too for what people are saying in regards to Diablo 3 versus Path of Exile. What's the better game in your opinion? So this is what people are saying. It's kind of interesting here. There was a poll that was done, and this is through the GameSpot forums. I'll have the link below so you can check it out. It says, Diablo 3 versus Path of Exile. What's the better game in your opinion? And what was interesting is that 56% of people said that they liked, Path of Exile as the better game. 34% said Diablo 3, and then 10% said they hated both. Okay? So it's interesting. So I thought this person's opinion was interesting. It says, haven't played D3 for over a year, but unless the expansion changes the entirety of the SP campaign, I picked Path of Exile, there we go, because every single one of Diablo 3's acts bored me to tears. The game was 100% tonally confused. It didn't know if it wanted to be a Saturday morning cartoon in the style of WoW, or if it wanted to be some dark, haunting, gory game. Whatever the game set out to do I can't talk today. Spiritually, hopefully I'm saying that right. It 100% failed. Diablo 1 and 2 were immersive hack and slashes because of the interesting locations and the way that they were portrayed and the extreme dark, ominous atmosphere throughout. Diablo 3 was just a bland, boring hack and slash grind fest. For what I understood, for the game to actually get challenging, I have to beat it a couple times first. That's really interesting because for me, I think that Diablo 3 is a really good way to introduce yourself if you are a beginner player of Diablo. I think when you go into Diablo 2 or the first Diablo, higher level of difficulty. So I don't blame, I don't really blame Blizzard for kind of trying to make the game, player friendly for beginners as well as for advanced players. Because for me, once you get through all of the storyline of Diablo 3, guys, and you get into the bounty mode or the adventure mode, and right now the seasonal mode, it gets hard as heck. Try going through torment level, and it's the type of game where you gotta spend time researching it. And then the other thing to me that's kind of annoying is that sometimes, and this is just from my experience, sometimes when I'm trying to get help from some other players in Diablo 3 in a public game, there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to either be really helpful or rude as hell. And that's the reason why, for me, I kind of stopped playing Diablo 3 a little bit, was because I was dealing with a lot of people who were really rude to me, you know, or they would tell me like, oh, go look it up. Like, why don't you have this type of build? And it's like, whoa, 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 I'm a beginner player. This is not me saying that all Diablo, you know, players are like this, or this is not me saying that people who play Blizzard, you know, games are douchebags. No, you know, but I think sometimes that's where some people get turned off, especially I can understand beginner players, is because for some people, they've been playing Blizzard for decades, you know, generations, so they're more advanced players. They can get into the game right away, know what they're doing, and some beginner players can be like that. But for me, I'm the type of person where I gotta do research, I gotta read, I gotta find out, you know, what's going on in regards to it. And it's just really, it's kind of disheartening when sometimes you have people that are kind of, you know, mean to you, because it's like, aren't we all like people who enjoy these games? Like, we should be able to, I mean, I'm not saying it has to be like kumbaya and all that, you know, because everybody's gonna have a difference of opinion, but I still think that people should be amicable to each other and respectful to each other, instead of being like, oh, well, you shouldn't be playing this game, you know, or saying stuff. I've had stuff like that said to me before, and it just really breaks my heart. And that's why I haven't played Diablo 3 in quite some time. Sometimes I'd rather just play a private game, you know, with my friends, instead of trying a public game, because if you're not like keeping up, and sometimes people get pissed at you for all kinds of stuff. So, and it's not fair, especially if you're new, you know, and you're learning the game. But I really hope, you know, guys out there, be nice to people. You know, they're learning. Like, we all started from somewhere. We all started from a beginning, you know. So it can definitely be kind of annoying here. Okay, so while I'm in town, I will cover another story here. Okay, let me get another story here. Alright. Okay, so I'll probably cover that last. Let's go over a little news brief here. So we have, these next three stories are coming from MMOsite.com, which is one of my favorite premier places to find out about what's going on in regards to MMOs. So Black Desert Online is facing disconnection issues, or disconnection, pardon me, issues. Old players of the Serenia channels are experiencing twists and turns, with the number of online players in Black Desert Online reaches 100,000 guys per day. And I am feeling that, because the lag that I was feeling was not cute. Nope. Every time I tried to log in, it would say over Baron, you know, it would say overrun, I think. Yeah, just jam-packed. So I really think for the launch, they should have done a better job with the distribution of making sure there was enough servers, especially this is a very highly anticipated game, you know, you would think. And okay, so what it says here is some disconnecting issues occurred on some of the North American server, most of which are related to the Medaya and Serenia, or like Serindia channels. Now the developers are working on it, increasing server capacity. Yeah. So I guess that the server restarts of Black Desert Online over the past couple days probably is not only for the Head Start servers, but also for the increasing capacity. Anyone who is getting trouble while playing Black Desert Online can visit. They have like a guide or whatever. But they are aware of the issue, and hopefully they fix it soon. But see, this is what I mean. You gotta understand the supply and demand. Like, if there is a game that is like one of the most anticipated MMOs out there, you know, and you don't have enough servers or expanding server space, that should have been done from the get-go. Because look at how much hype was around this game. Like, people made it such an astronomical big deal out of it. So that's really surprising that this issue, because I've been playing, and when I was streaming Black Desert Online for my first impression, my frame rates were all over the place because there was so much lag going on, you know. And yeah, it was quite annoying, quite annoying. So hopefully, you know, they resolve it, and then we can all get back to, you know, playing it, enjoying it. Now, I'm still debating whether or not I want to get, you know, the well, if I want, because for me, I was able to play because my friend was so awesome. I'm sorry guys, I didn't clarify that. My friend was so awesome, and I got a guest pass, which allows me to play for 7 days. But I'm still debating. I'm like, I don't know, do I want to buy it for $29.99 or get the $49.99? Like, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. In the comments below, give me some good reason of why I should buy Black Desert Online. Like, tell me. I'm just, it's a conundrum. I'm trying to figure out, like, should I get it? Is it worth it? You know. And hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I really hope that they figure out their server issue. So hopefully they figure it out, and we'll see how it goes. Of course, Skyforge to launch Dark Omen update on March 16th. It has been a month since the release of the last major update of Skyforge, the March of Knowledge. Today, the development team announced that the other update is just around the corner. Dark Omen will arrive on March 16th. So these are just some of the things that they're including: a new operating system, so they're completely doing an overhaul of that, an Elder God quest line, and also Pantheon fusion tool. So excuse me, that'll be interesting. I tried playing Skyforge, guys. My graphics card couldn't handle it. You know, I really tried, but it just couldn't, it just wouldn't work. Like, I tried, and it's just, yeah, it was not, yeah, not a good time too. So I tried, you know, but yeah, it was interesting though. And then Rising Waters, of course, arrived in February, so that's what I was talking about in regards to Blade and Soul, that new update. I think there was another one, not too sure, but for me, Blade and Soul was good. It's pretty good. I enjoyed the PvE in that more than Black Desert though. Like, Black Desert, just like with Blade and Soul, graphically beautiful games, but the engagement for me is more inclined for Blade and Soul, because it's just easy to get in and play and learn the combat. Whereas with Black Desert Online, guys, that's a game right there. It's hardcore, and every little thing you gotta tweak around, and there's all these mini games, which is fun too, but it's a learning curve. So if you're a beginner, I would say go with Blade and Soul, and, you know, work with that, and then you can work your way up to, you know, Black Desert Online. But if you still want to try it though, because some people are really like quick learners like that, then I would say, you know, definitely give it a shot. And then finally, Asta. I think this is interesting because many people have been kind of talking about, you know, Asta is horrible, but I think, you know, the author here, don't judge it by its cover. It says the recently released Korean MMORPG Asta sadly did not get as much hype as it really should have, but make no mistake, the game is quite entertaining if you give it some time. With the buy-to-play nature of Black Desert, I had no feelings of guilt spending some time playing Asta, and I must say it really managed to reshape my perceptions about free-to-play games. I was never a true fan of free-to-play MMORPGs, as they often turned out to be significantly lower in quality. That's not true. Look at Blade and Soul, but that's just me. And end up spending more than P2P and B2P titles. Asta is a game that I thought would be yet another generic copy and paste MMORPG, but I was quickly proven wrong. Many people are slightly prejudiced towards Asta, which I agree, mainly because of its cancellation in Korea. It is, however, important to acknowledge that MMOs are not always shut down because of their failure, and it is, as in many cases, due to flawed contracts and the lack of money. Hello, remember Triad Wars, you know, Scarlet Blade. I mean, you know, sometimes it's just, it's hard, you know, if there's not enough push or not enough people interested in it, and then it patches, like in Scarlet Blade, you know, the person just can't do it anymore. You know, that's other stuff too. So yeah, I mean, definitely give Asta a shot. I mean, it does have that a little generic feel like WoW, but I just think that's in the beginning of the game. So I'll have to play it a little bit more to see if it's engaging or not. So all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna do one more mission, and then I have to I gotta go, you know, help my help more mentoring for my sister, of course, which is important. I gotta learn how to use these waypoints, because for some reason, oh, you right click. Figured it out. Genius. Okay, so what you do is you click on the waypoint, and you right click to get where you need to go. So this is the mud flats, this is the fed pool. Okay, so alright, so I haven't reached there yet. Okay, so let's see, Twilight Strand, that was in the beginning. Okay, so you have to activate the waypoint. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so that's the coast. Okay, so I realized you have to right click and find your way around. That's just how it goes sometimes. So once it's, for some reason, maybe once you finish the quest and it's been activated, then you should be good to go then. That's very interesting. Alright, so let me, oh, because you don't want to get tag teamed here. Alright. Yeah, I should be good here. Okay, so this is the mud flats. Okay, there's gotta be waypoints somewhere around here. I haven't checked this side yet, so let's go around that way. Oh, gotta get them while they're hot. Okay, no. I don't think I would want, you know, these things chasing me around in real life. I would pass. Oh, I'm completely out of mana. Well, this is great. Alright, so let's run away for a couple seconds here. Alright, there we go. Oh, I didn't even know about this boss. Interesting. Alright. So we have, there we go. We have a chest plate. Armor 49. But the evasion's really good on that. So let's see. We have, that was the same thing as before. What is this? Armor or scrap? Improves armor. Right click on this item, then left click to apply it. Alright, got that rusted hatchet. Yeah. Alright, let's try this though. Okay, so right click on it. Left click to apply it. That was interesting. Okay, so here's the reset points. Oh, well, we finished the quest. Huzzah. Okay. Was not expecting that. Alright, so let's find our way around. We gotta travel to the prisoner's gate. I don't even know where the heck that is. And the other thing I will say about Path of Exile though is you can lose your mana really quick. I was not expecting that, but I think that's what makes this game a little bit more challenging than Diablo 3, is because once you have auto regeneration kind of it's really hard to die unless you're in an area where you're really out leveled. then I can say, yeah, for sure, it can get a little bit more challenging. Okay, so quest is complete. Alright, so I haven't been in this area yet, so let's explore in here a little bit. Oh! Hello, Mr. Scavenger Bird. Pleasure to be of service here. To slay. I like that. Pleasure to slay. Okay, so we gotta go. Whoa! We got these new enemies here. These Tide Striders. What the heck? Alright, so we got a gnarled branch. Man, my allergies have been crazy. Hold on. Woo! Pardon me, guys, for sneezing into the mic. I know you guys are like, that's disgusting. And I'm like, yes, it is, good sir. Okay, so this is the submerged passage. I don't think I've been in here yet. Alright, let's take a look in here. Looks like a new area. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Got some... Oh, we got a raid point. Yay! Okay, so we gotta activate that one. So this is the coast. Let's see here. Huh. Still got a lot of them to activate. I haven't activated those yet. So maybe when I play this off stream, I'll make sure to activate all those points. Alright, so we got some cursed spawn. Oh. Man. They are not giving me a chance to breathe. That's for dang sure. Alright, let's see. What the heck is this? Alteration Shrine? Complete these account. Oh! Well. Finish that. Excellent. What is this? Oh. So I get a faster speed time. Take advantage of that.
My spirit is spent.
Oh, shoot. Alright, can I slay this? Let me slay. Slay, slay, slay. Yes! Level 7. Man. So we got a lot more enemies with different elemental attributes as well. We got a brood child. A crustacean. Where are the heck are you? There you go. Alright. So let's bring that back up. Yeah, I gotta get my defense up. Cause my attack is a lot better, but yeah, I gotta get my defense up. Alright, so these cave crustaceans are having a field day with me. Man, they just keep coming, man. They keep coming. Jeez Louise. Alright, there we go. Hey, what's up, wizard? How you doing? Finally, someone in here, dagnabbit. Like, I've been talking to myself. You know how horrible that is? Listening to my own voice? I feel bad for my husband someday. No kidding. Alrighty. Oh, got 2 more here to slay. Okay, so... let's check what skill we want to use now. Okay, so I could still continue the attack route. Or I could put this in the middle, work my way around. Mana flows. Okay, I haven't met the requirements yet. Alright, let's just put it in the middle here. Oh, I have 2. Excellent. Okay. So we'll do that and... get some... Alright, so let's apply that. Oh. Refund passes? Well, I got... Alright, well, what the heck? Well, they said I had 2 points left. Apparently... well, did what I did. Okay, so let's go. Still exploring. This is a huge, huge dungeon. My gosh. Alright, so we got some Tide Striders here. Alright. Doing some slaying here. Some more slaying. Yeah, I'm doing alright, man. You know, I'm getting back into the swing of streaming. You know, I just had to take a break too because people were being kind of super rude. And I was just like, you know what? I do this for fun, so let me just take a break too. Besides being busy, I was just like, people are being ridiculous. So I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna just take a break and I'll get back into it when I feel a lot better. And that's what I've been doing. Is just getting back into something that I enjoy, you know. But sometimes when people are being dicks to you, you know, you don't enjoy what you're doing. So it's like sometimes it's good to take a break. You know, when you take a break, it's not, you know, it's like some people will say, oh, that's letting them win. It's like, no, it's not. Okay, what's the scroll of wisdom? What the heck is that? Okay, so let's check that out. Yeah, it's not letting them win. It's more of like, you know, you gotta give yourself a break, you know. So that's what I've been up to, Wizard, to be honest with you. I was like, I need some me time. That's what I need. And so you can even see your own shadow, which is kind of cool, you know. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. Alright, let's see what's going on in all this. Woohoo! Get all these crustaceans. Man. Yeah, my mana's down. And you never want your mana down in this game. Oh man, you are screwed if you can't do your own magic attack. Oh man. What the heck is that? Oh, curse spawn. Man, they just keep coming. Alright, so let's level up those jewels, or gems if you want to call it that. Well, that's what they're called, but oh man. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, Wizard. I have just been keeping to myself and just being like, you know what, let me just leave for a little bit, come back, you know. And alright, so we got some more Tide Striders here. Okay, we got a short bow. Yeah, this is quite a cave up in here. So learning my way around though is kind of nice. Okay, come on. Alright, we got one more here. Salvage cave crustacean. These do not look appetizing at all. Because crustacean would probably be delicious with some butter sauce. I'm just saying, like, no, but yeah, it's been interesting. Woo! Oh, nope. Not gonna die here. Because if I died, I would be pissed. I would be so. Look at this. Look at this nonsense right here. Ugh. Gonna die. Okay, I gotta back up here for a second. Gotta back up. Man. These things are just coming. Like, when they said Ascendancy was hard, they were not lying.
My spirit is spent.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, good sir, that you are out of mana. Alright. Ugh. A lot of clicking. I had to give my hand a break here. Alright, so while my mana is regenerating here. Alright, so let's look at another interesting story here. This is coming from MMOs.com. It says Reddit user conducts survey on our MMORPGs to see what's considered pay to win. A recent survey conducted by Reddit user David DS on MMORPG, because I love that group on Reddit. They're very informative, guys, and if you need any help with MMORPG, whether you are a beginner or advanced, definitely recommend it. I'll have the link below to this video. Sought to find out exactly what the subreddit users considered pay to win, because that's the top controversy everybody's talking about is, you know, pay to win. Like, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? With a sample size of 82, the results are in, featuring full pie chart breakdowns of each question results, because super nerds would do that. Like, people with super brains, I swear, they love to be, you know, get that antiquatical, you know, data. Blank space, inventory space, and guild storage are largely considered to not be paid to win. Pay dungeon unlocks, costumes such as Black Desert's goalie suit, or ghillie suit, pardon me, not goalie, ghillie suit. Battle pets, costumes with even the smallest of stat bonuses, energy, stamina, energy. Like I can't talk today. It's crazy. Stamina systems and limitations on marketplace usage are largely considered to be pay to win. Paying to revive, the ability to purchase an instant boost to max level, and mystery crates and gas pawns that contain in-game gear were more divisive issues. Interesting enough, Black Desert tactic for limiting gold selling through heavily I can't talk today. I must be super tired, guys. Heavily limited trade was also a fairly divisive issue, weighing in at 55.6% acceptable versus 44.4% unacceptable. And they have debated, like MMOs.com, they have Omer and all them have debated about pay to win, which is interesting. So what I'm curious to know what you guys think is pay to win. Because to me, I think pay to win is anything that would give you a upper advantage that you would not get if you were just a basic free to play player, period. You know, if you can, you know, hit an enemy in one shot and you haven't built up the level, I would consider that a little bit to pay to win. But then here is where the argument comes in. It depends on the type of game. That's the key to it. You know, if it's a game that, you know, there is that one shot kill and that's something that's common, then you're kind of like, it may not be pay to win. But I think that like Gula suit or whatever from Black Desert Online, yeah, definitely. Because Black Desert has a very heavy PvP component, that suit, what it does is when you put it on, it makes your name hidden, and then it also gives you some additional stats as well, which I think is an unfair advantage. And I mean, some of those outfits, from what I heard, there was one that was like $32. Why would I pay $32 for a virtual outfit? Like, that's just me though, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I have bought Founders Packs. I bought the Founders Pack for Devilian. I bought the Founders Pack for Blade and Soul, but it's because I only support games that I know I'm going to give my 110% contribution and attention to. But I still couldn't pay $32 to get me some new makeup to beat this face and look even more sexy for you guys. Okay, so I don't think it's worth it, you know. I don't think that, you know, but pay to win, it's very conflicting. But I just feel the core of it is, if it's something that you regularly could not get leveling up, that it gives you an advantage, and sometimes it gives you an unfair advantage. So I think that's definitely pay to win. So let's keep going here. I know I've been taking a lot of talking breaks, but what am I doing? Okay, let me go back down. And I should be able... Let's see. See, lots of bridges. Let's see. I think that's a bridge. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go up here. Oh, got a new area here. Nope. See, I'm one of those people where I can, when it comes to these type of dungeon, hack and slash, dungeon crawler kind of games, I like to have a little completion, just so that I know where I'm going, you know? So, alright, let's take a look here. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, let's go down this way. Oh, wait. Looks like there's an... Oh, hello, Mr. Crustaceans. How you doing? There you go. See, I try to conserve as much of my mana as I can, but if I'm really getting crowded and I'm like, I look like I'm gonna get screwed. Alright, let's see here. I wonder what this is. Is this... Oh, this is a flooded depths. This is where I was supposed to go. Okay. Let's get these things, because... Oh, man. These things are just coming in, like, mega droves. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is where I was supposed to go in the first place. So that's a flooded depths. This is an optional quest. I don't know what I'm supposed to even do in here. Man! Look at this! Look at this. Okay, I need to use that mana stat because I am getting reamed. Man. And not even the shield is helping me right now. That was insane. Alright, so what am I in here for? Kill the Dweller of the Deep? Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Nope. Oh, I see. Oh, there's a bridge here. Oh, let's get these first. Okay. Oh, got one more here. And I'm probably eventually I gotta get myself a more comfortable, a better mouse, because these mouses tend to wear down really quick. So I got what I paid for in regards to this one. So I'll have to I've been looking at Razer, or I think I might get TTE Sports, because Razer is really expensive, man. Like $60. I mean, for me and my budget, you know, $60, $50 for a mouse is kind of crazy. So I could, yes, level up, level 8. Huzzah. But yeah, I probably will get a mouse from like TTE Sports just because it's a lot cheaper. But still high quality though.
I believe in traveling light.
Yeah, I know you probably would like to travel light as well. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, Blacksmith's Whitestone. Alright, so where do I want to put this? Alright, put it to the sword. I didn't even know I got that. Superior Gote Buckler. I'm doing alright weaponry wise. I'm doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so guys, I got one more story to share with you, and this is the main story of the day that I wanted to share with you guys. This is coming from Quartz, or QZ.com, which is Quartz Africa. Angola's currency is the most overvalued in Africa based on the KFC index. Angola, Africa's second largest oil producer, is home to the most overvalued currency on the continent. Angola's, it's called Kwanzaa, is 72% overvalued against the dollar, according to a comparison of the cost of a bucket of fried chicken from the fast food retailer KFC and 16 African countries in February. Okay, it is also another sign of how failing oil revenues and the failing government policies are hurting what was once Africa's most promising economic stories. And literally, there is this index, guys. They call it the KFC index. It's interesting. They have Angola, Morocco, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Mozambique, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Uganda, Malawi, Mauritius, Botswana, Namibia, Egypt, and South Africa. And guys, Angola's is at 72%. I mean, it can't even compare to Morocco and Zimbabwe and Nigeria. That is insane. That's so crazy. So the index was actually compiled by a Nairobi-based consultancy named Sagacity Research, and was modeled on the Economist Big Mac Index, which tries to capture whether currencies are at their correct level based on the relative purchasing power of consumers. It found that a 12-piece bucket of fried chicken from KFC, guys, this is how much it costs. And if you want to go to Angola, is $35.20 in Angola, compared to $10.70 in South Africa or $20 in Kenya. This is why I don't go do fast food like I used to. Just learn how to cook your own food. $35 for some chicken? $35 for chicken. For some chicken. That is just it's insane. Okay, it's really insane. And this is what one person was saying. The fact that the Kwanzaa is so overvalued makes it difficult because it doesn't represent the reality of the economy. The problem is that all the trading that happens in US dollars and getting access to US dollars becomes very difficult. And this is from Julian Garcia, who is the managing director of Sagi Research. Okay, that is crazy. And then on top of that, Africa's oil exports, pardon me, are they're pretty much are expected to fall by 20,000 barrels a day in the next 6 years. So guys, this is a huge concern. You know, Africa is in some trouble here, and you know, the foreign currency, because of that shortage, the imports of food and other consumer goods, which are paid for in dollars, makes it even more expensive in Angola. So you know, if the economy is not matching up with the currency, that is a problem. That is a definite problem. So I am concerned for Africa and the welfare of what's going on over there, you know. So I really hope things work out. But they're gonna have to find a way, and I think fashion would be a great way. Entertainment, you know, Carrie Hilson was a judge on like this similar version of like Africa's kind of American Idol. If they continue doing stuff like that, I think that might help, you know, having Beyonce go, you know, do a tour in Africa, you know, and travel that way. That would be cool, you know. Things like that, like getting a lot of different talents to come through, I think will kind of help, but also bringing awareness to the issue. I'm not, you know, I don't think a lot of people are aware about how much all throughout Africa, people are really suffering, and we complain about minimal things here in America, you know, not to say that there's not issues in this country, you know, in regards to homelessness and things like that, but it's magnified even more, guys, in other parts of the world. So I always am grateful, you know, when I think of it in that way. So, but that's just me, and you know, guys, this game is all right. I see why a lot of people play it. It's very catchy. I'm liking it though. So Wizard, what do you think? Have you played Path of Exile? Because this is my second time actually playing this. Oh, look at this. We got a cool bridge. Cool bridge. Alright, let's see what's going on. I bet you I'm going back. Yeah, I totally am. I totally am going back. But alright guys, so I'm gonna leave it here. Pretty much, let's just go over, because it's going to be a shorter episode today, but tomorrow I shall put in my, you know, 2-3 hours like I usually do. But I just wanted to keep it short today because, you know, I gotta, you know, go help be a tutor, like, you know, do all the good stuff. Alright, so I got 1 point left. I think I'm going to put it into my attack here. Oh no, you haven't played it yet. Okay, I highly recommend it, man. I don't even know what this refund passive crap is. Like, what the heck is that? See, I still have a lot to learn in regards to this game. I have a lot. Like, look at this map, dude. This is insane. It's insane. Yeah, so I'll have to, I'll have to learn about those refund points and what the heck that is. Like, I'll probably learn, because this is a heck of a game, but very challenging indeed. So at least I put my attack, so yeah, getting a little bit better here. And I know my your character of course gets stronger as you add more skills, no duh. But what I think overall of Path of Exile, I think if you are looking for a more challenging, you know, or something comparable, definitely, because Diablo 2, woo, that was definitely a challenging game. But if you are looking for something that's more of a challenge, then I would say definitely try. Oh, you don't have any PC games. I feel so bad for you, man. Just save up, keep saving up. When you get your decent PC, trust me, get started. You will enjoy it. You know, I do play console a little bit, but it's mainly old school because, you know me, I keep it old school on here. I play a lot of PS2 games, stuff that, you know, I get criticized for that. You know how funny that is, guys? I get criticized for playing retro titles. Like, I'm not here to keep up with the Joneses, okay? I'm not gonna sit down, go, you know, blow $600 on a PS4, you know, get all the hottest stuff, because it adds up really quick. You know, when you got controllers like 50, 60 bucks, the games are 60 bucks right now. You know, I mean, the price is starting to go down on some like pre-played games, but they're still at the same value, you know? So it's super annoying. Like, people, I'm not here to keep up with the Joneses. I stay in my lane. I'm good at what I do. You know, not to be cocky like that, but hey, I know what I like. I enjoy playing, you know, games, and I want, just like, I feel like sometimes with Sin TV 2, I want it to be a reminder of things that people forget that are actually really decent. Guys, it's not always about the graphics. Okay, it's about the storyline too, and how much the developers are actually engaged in producing the content for their fan base. Okay, look how many good graphically games out there, but then, you know, the game mechanics suck. Like, for example, The Order. Remember that game on PS4? Everybody was making such a big deal out of it, but once it was that instant button kind of action, people got pissed about that. You know, those are the things that, like, I think sometimes people don't think about. They want the latest and greatest because everybody else gotta keep up with the Joneses. It's not about that, you know? But I like this game. It gives that retro feel, but it's still got that, the 3D graphics in there, that isometrical angle. Like, man, I really enjoyed this, because at first I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, because of course, you know, when you're listening to the hype train and people are like, no, Diablo 3 and 2 is better. No, well, sometimes you gotta look at it by actually playing the game. Don't just join the hype train, you know? Sometimes you gotta look at stuff at face value. So, oh, well, that's good. Hey, man, it took some time even for me to get my PC. I was really blessed because I have a friend that's like a super brain who's awesome, and I bought it from him. This was a previous build that he put together, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It can get pricey, but the way you can help save cost a little bit is knowing what kind of build you want. That's the key. You know, for me, I knew I wanted something with a good processor in there. I wanted something that at least could get me to play like Diablo and some of my Asian MMOs. But now, since you guys are requesting like Terra and, you know, the Fallout, no more Fallout games. I tried Fallout New Vegas for you guys. It gave me high blood pressure. Time out. Never playing another Fallout game. It's just not my thing. I hate games where it's just like, go out and do stuff, and I'm like, how? You know, I need a little bit of direction, just a little bit. But I got that and a lot more higher end stuff people want me to play, so I gotta switch my graphics card. So I'm currently looking at the AMD Radeon R9, the 390 model. The 390X, I don't need that. So long as I'm getting my 1080p, I don't need to pay $100 more. It's like $400 for the stupid graphics card. I'm like, what? I'm getting to the point now where it's like, you know, might as well, if I'm gonna pay $300, I might as well just get a computer that already has it in there, because that's just a pain. I'm like, $300 for a graphics card? $300. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, that's nothing. I have like a $12,000 graphics card in my game. And it's like, okay, good for you. That works for you. Keep going. But for me, it's a lot. Like, it's really a lot. So I've been really kind of thinking, you know, do I want to get another build, or should I continue upgrading the build? Because I really like this one because it's a smaller case and it's not like one of those humongous like libraries in Encyclopedia Britannica size, you know. It's like, jeez. I like stuff KIS. I like to keep mine compact, simple, make it easy for me to move, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, definitely this game is really sweet. It's very challenging. I mean, I died in the beginning, so that'll tell you how challenging this game can be. But let's just go over, you know, what people thought, I would say, in regards to the game here. And this is coming from, pardon me here, guys, water. This is coming from Metacritic, and they gave this game an 86, which I'm very, very surprised by. And I mean, positive ratings across the board here. Someone gave this, let me get a user here instead of a critic. Okay, let's see here. Oh my gosh, you super nerds write so long. I'm kidding. Okay, so this one person said, Path of Exile is the deepest ARPG slasher ever made. We'll see. That could be up for debate. It uses some tested ideas while introducing highly innovative systems and endgame mechanics. To put it straight, Path of Exile is a AAA game free of charge. Debatable. No pay to win, grind to win. Okay, I agree with that. The game is quite polished already. Future announcements make you connected to the Reeler class even more. Devs give their best. Yes, they do. They put a lot of work into this game, especially the Ascendancy patch. I think it really makes the game grittier and more aggressive. There are traps and different labyrinths and all that. It's crazy. It's insane. I've watched so much gameplay of PoE and I'm just like, dang, this is pretty sweet. I would probably die by the time I get to the upper levels and I start getting into more labyrinths and stuff. For sure. I mean, what I've seen in the past year, there were 25 patches, constantly tweaking with the mechanics, skill tree, and skills. Dedication is the way grinding gear works. The way the introduced changes clearly shows they care. Okay. So that's cool though. Yeah, I mean, I can see that across the board that everyone says is a very solid, you know, ARPG. But here's someone that had another interesting opinion in regards to the cons of the game. So the graphics and effects can feel a bit dated, but it's an ARPG. It's paying that retro style. What do you expect? Okay, enough. Have several seats, Quita. Calm it down. Don't expect a breathtaking storyline with interesting dialogues and character development. The game is about building a character and hacking through prowls of brainless monsters. It depends what you define as brainless, but that's okay. And then desync problems can be very pushing for some. Yeah, sometimes the loading time, if it's at a high peak time, yeah, it can be a little tedious. But I would say overall, it seems okay. And this is someone that just gave a negative review. As someone who has played the game for thousands of hours, all right, that's cool. I can say that the Ascendancy expansion ruined an amazing game by gating, it's like getting content behind an unfun labyrinth that you can't even complete if you disconnect, and it happens often because you only get one chance with it. Congratulations on ruining your game, GGG, and turning it into a Super Mario wannabe. No, this game has nothing to do with Super Mario Bros. It's nothing like that, so I disagree with that negativity. All right, cool. If I don't, I may not be on any longer, Wizard, so just to let you know. But thanks, man. I appreciate you coming in. But if you're gonna be right back, coolio. But yeah, I will have to say that, yeah, you can't compare it to Super Mario. This is completely different. No. It's completely different. Okay, so let's go into what MMOs, my favorite place in the whole wide world too, besides the MMO site, talked about in regards to Path of Exile. So in regards to their pros, high degree of skill and item customization, that is for sure. You can use those gems and make it your weaponry as powerful or less powerful as you would like. But for me, I'm all about that power, so I want to like slash, hack, through everything. Dark fantasy setting, very dark. I mean, literally the beginning of the game, you're like in this weird looking cell. It's really depressing, actually. And like everybody talks like this, you know, find your way, you know, like stuff like that. And it's just very yeah, very melancholy. And even when you talk to people, they're all like, we're surprised you survived. And I was like, really? Like, this story is even darker to me than Diablo 3 on certain things, you know? Like, Diablo 3 looked like darkness was like a walk in the park, you know? And, like, this is a whole new... I mean, even look at the textures. I mean, look at the textures in here. Let me get out of here. But yeah, the textures in here are just dark, like super, super dark, and gritty. I mean, you feel gross just looking at it, but that's just me. You know, it's not a bad thing, but I think it kind of gets you engaged. I see why a lot of people play this game. It's very well done. Very, very well done. Casual, competitive, and hardcore leagues, which is good. You know, I don't like with Diablo 3, that's my only gripe sometimes. It's too competitive. Sometimes when you're playing a public game, for example, you don't get casual gamers in there. You get super hardcore, you know, I got Blizzard tattooed on my body players, okay? You know, they're very dedicated. If you can't keep up with the Joneses, they'll boot you out of the game. Like, they'll boot you out. They don't want you in there, you know? So I feel like with Diablo 3, to be honest, I would recommend doing a private game with your friends. That's just from my experience. You know, I tried public games and people are just too acidic for me. Some people, not to say that all Diablo 3 players are horrible, no. But just from my experience, some of them were a little mean to me, and it really gave me a little disheartenment, you know. And then people will say, oh, well, you know, I mean, if you can't even handle this, it's like, what? I'm a beginner. And I'm trying to enjoy the game. Like, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. And then Cash Shop doesn't offer gameplay advantages. I like that. I like that because it makes the playing field fair. You know, so one person can't one-up another person. Especially that is annoying in PvP where people just buy their stuff and then just hack and slash everybody just so they can be like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm better than you. It's like, you went to a cash shop and come on, like, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So what did MMOs say in regards to cons? Definitely repetitive gameplay. Yeah, if you're not into hack and slash, it's gonna feel repetitive. If you are into hack and slash, like myself, I'm a huge fan of RPGs, ARPGs, period. It's normal. You become accustomed to it, so it's not anything like you haven't seen before. Steep learning curve, yeah. I mean, I died in the beginning of this game, guys. Like, it was insane. Yeah, it was insane. Like, I died in the beginning of the game. Hey, I love gaming 144. I love you. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. I appreciate that love, man. Because trust me, I haven't been getting no love this week. Everybody's just been pooping on me. Like, just straight up, like, you suck, you're horrible, you shouldn't be playing games, you know. You sound like a man. Like, it's been horrible. But no, thank you. I love gaming 144. Appreciate. So I appreciate that. But yeah, it's just been, it's insane. It's just been insane. It has just been insane with the criticism, you know. And then another con that they said too was data graphics and user interface style. Yeah, I will say if you are not accustomed to, you know, instead of, most people would hit M for map, like in some MMOs, but you have to hit tab for your overlay map, and then you can always go here to your menu, and then it'll give you what keys, but the keys are really different. You know, you have to hit B for events and PvP, social screen, like that kind of stuff. Now, I will say in regards to the community, I haven't really played a public game yet because I would get into a party, but then people would kind of be like, she's a noob, you know, or probably like, noob, you know. So this is why I just play by myself and talk to you guys. Like, honestly, I rather do that than to be subjected to people just being mean to me for no reason. Like, it's ridiculous. And I understand that's what comes with, you know, gaming, but I don't think everybody wants to deal with that, you know. But yeah, I will say the user interface is a little bit different. The graphics are not really dated though, because for an ARPG, if it's following the classic style that we're accustomed to, you know, then it's not really dated. You know, data is going to be subjected according to the player. You know, the thing that's kind of annoying though, and this is just my personal opinion about next gen consoles, is, and that's what every generation of consoles that come out, just like the same thing you can refer it to PC, is what ends up happening is there becomes this unrealistic expectation of how the graphics are supposed to be. So when the PS2 came out, everybody's like, oh, PS2 graphics are the best, or Xbox graphics are the best, and this is a standard, and this is a standard. And then sometimes it's hard on developers because, you know, they want to make the game really good for the fans, but then it's like they gotta rush to be with the Joneses instead of taking the proper time, you know, and then the pressure. And I couldn't be a game developer. Shout outs to people who are game developers, you know, graphic designers, 2D, 3D, whatever. You guys have a lot of balls. Ladies as well. It's not easy. It's not easy to be creative and to do these things. Like, it's not. But yeah, I will say, yeah, it's a very complex type game. It really is. And then finally, I found this from Polygon, which is one of my favorite sites. For sure. How is ethical free-to-play Path of Exile faring? And this came out in like 2014, so this was Polygon kind of, you know, trying to figure out how things are going. So I thought it was interesting. So it says, when the action RPG Path of Exile was launched last year, developer Grinding Gear Games was clear it would be an ethical free-to-play without the comprises to the evils of pay-to-win. That meant that no XP boost or weapons upgrades, just for flashing a credit card. No expensive steeds or portals for fast traveling, no intrusive ads and invitations to spend money on fancy new characters. So how is the Diablo 2 style game been faring in the rough and tumble of the actual open market? Pretty good, it turns out. The New Zealand developer boasts that over 5 million, probably more than that now, registered players with hundreds of thousands playing at a given time. You're right about that. I mean, just look at the public chat. It's like ridiculous. Playing at a given time. Its first major expansion, Sacrifice of Val, is out next week. So we know we're up to Ascendancy, which is really interesting. But and I thought this is really interesting from the lead programmer, Jonathan Rogers. We would be making more income if we were paid to win, but the game is doing very well. We pay off our development costs, and the company is making enough money to expand. So that's good. See, that's the thing. It's so important. If you as a developer actually cares about your fan base, guess what? They're gonna reciprocate, and if there is a cash shop, they'll put into it. But if the developers don't care and they just put out the game because it's popular, that's happened many times with Final Fantasy, you know? It's like Final Fantasy, to me, like 10-2 is the example of that. Like, you know, they just put it out and the game didn't have the same feel as Final Fantasy X did. It didn't have the same eleganza to it. So I think sometimes putting out that quick sequel is not always the best thing to do. As you can see with Path of Exile, if you take the proper measures and time to, you know, put in a good patch, a good update, it pays off. And I mean, guys, that's really the bottom line. But let's conclude here. Let's get into some food for thought here. And, you know, guys, I've really just been reflecting a lot. And I think sometimes in every aspect or every certain points or certain age in your life, it's so important to reflect on where where you're going or where you are now. And I think sometimes it's very easy to think in terms of the future and stress yourself out and get worried or feel bummed out that you're not being where you are. But here's the thing. You could be in a position that's worse than where you have been blessed to be. You know, and sometimes what I look at is when I look at people who are not able to have the same privileges as I do, people that can't have the same freedoms of speech like that we have, you know. Sometimes people that are not able to, you know, buy the latest fashions or have all that. And at the end of the day, here's the thing. There's this thing called Laszlo's like means, right? And to me, the way I apply that is, so long as I have, you know, I have water, you know, to drink and shower and all that good stuff. I have a roof over my head. I have people that, you know, love and support me and care about me for who I am, you know, and I'm happy with, you know, whether it's a job that I have or just a passion or hobbies that I pursue. That's all I really need. All this other stuff that I have, you know, like, you know, these games and stuff, it's a part of me, yeah, and I love gaming and I'm a geek and that's how I've always been, but I don't let it define everything about me. Because that's how people sometimes will generalize, is that, you know, especially stereotypes with gamers is like we just game all the time and that's it. You know, sometimes it's good to have other hobbies besides gaming as well. Or for many, gaming is a lifestyle, it's who they are, it's a passion. But it's also good to develop other interests because that keeps you stimulated. It also keeps you engaged too. You know, I just think it's important to be a well-rounded person and to be a well-faceted person. You know, it's not always about being the professional or, you know, being the most educated. Sometimes the smartest people are the people who understand common sense. And once I reflected on that these last couple of days, guys, life has been so much less stressful for me. I just stay in my own lane. I do what makes me happy, and I don't listen to people who don't know how to give constructive criticism. The people that really matter to me are the people who know how to give constructive criticism, but also the people who are like my mentors, or people who just get me for me. And when people love you for you, that's all life is about. Life is so simple. I just think sometimes we make it complicated by going over things that are completely unnecessary. You know, sometimes it's good to have your core values, push yourself, you know, learn new things, but don't try to be, you know, so, I would say don't try to be so overzealous when, you know, it could happen soon, you know, and that future could be so bright, but when you're putting yourself down and you're not giving yourself the chance to experience different things that could help you get to different other points in life that could even be better than where you think you're going. That's how I started Sin TV, guys. That's how I started the Kirby Metalhead Show. I was just sitting down, I was bummed, you know, I didn't think I was gonna make it anywhere, you know, my career was not going well at all. And then one day I just sat down, I got focused, and that's what got me being a graduate student for being, you know, in education. My discipline in particular is student affairs, and being interested in multicultural and gender, you know, studies and all these things that I'm interested in. But that just came from allowing myself to live instead of allowing myself to be defined by people who are not even worth my time. So guys, I really appreciate you being here. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter, which is at SINTVNow. And for this and all my other crazy shenanigan episodes, and I have also an interesting video that I did about the Ghostbusters trailer and kind of giving my feedback in regards to it, in regards to the socio-cultural perspectives that people have, well, some people have been having an issue in regards. You can check that out too at youtube.com/user/SINTVNow. It's above here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as I always say, my friends, remember to get smart and stay informed. Take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Well, no, it's Friday, but you know what? I'll do a bonus episode because, you know, I got catch up, you know. All right, see you later, my friends.